Hello everyone, I'm back today with another process video. As you can see here, these are 6x8 pocket pages, and I'm continuing on with my Denver album. So this is from the Degas exhibit, which was the whole reason for the trip, and I just like to call it Degas in pink because I've got pink here in multiple places. I've already picked out some cards that I think will go. That may end up getting changed, but we'll see. I've got some stuff peeking through here, but this is for the other side, so you can ignore that. This is what I have to work with. So I do like these colors with this. I've got this kind of teal, hopefully the camera will show it well here, this teal color that they painted the walls behind some of the things in the exhibit. That's kind of an odd color to work with. You don't see that too much, and particularly in art exhibits. I don't know that I've ever seen a wall painted that color when I've gone to an exhibit. So it's quite bright, but I like it. And so I don't even know really what I have in my stash that's this color, but I want to try to work it in there because the pink definitely works, and I have that, but it's this. This is the challenge. And if you look at this photo, it's actually black and white, but it almost has a tint to it that works with the teal. So again, I want to try to bring that in, figure out how I can make that work. I'm going to really have to go through my stash because I don't have any idea what's going to work with this. But I'm going to give it a whirl and just hope that it turns out with something good. I have pulled out my little container here of words. I try to keep all words and numbers and things like that in one place so that I can find them when I need them. And I did remember that I had this kind of turquoisey, teal, sparkly set, and I think this is an old Heidi Swapp one. And as I looked through them, these didn't work. Photobomb, no. Right On, no. There's one that says selfie, no. I do have this one, and it says this is. I'm not too crazy about this part of the arrow, so I may cut that off. But I'm wondering if I can somehow place the photo like this, overlap the phrase, and then come up with a word that I could put underneath this. Maybe I have a label or something, or I could use, small letter stickers. I don't know. But that is the only thing I have found so far that I think is even remotely close to this. So for now, I'm going to go with it, and I'm just going to see if I can find something to pair with it over here. If I can't, then I may have to switch that up and go a different direction. But for now, I'm going to try it. I did find some phrases that I might use. So I have the this is here, and then I found close to my heart, which is true. I love Degas. This is in my heart. And then I found this one that says totally you. And I'm kind of tempted by this one because if you read what it says here, the quote on the wall says, "Fortunately for me, I have not found my method. That would only bore me." That is quintessential Degas. If you've read anything about his life, and I have, he could be a little temperamental. He liked things the way he liked them, and that was just the way it was going to be. And that's part of why this exhibit was called Passion for Perfection, because he was meticulous about his art. He did many drawings and studies to get ready for any painting because he wanted it to look how he wanted it to look, and he wasn't going to accept less. And so I thought maybe that's fitting, that saying there. So I like the phrase. My only problem is it's black and it kind of blends in here. So I'm wondering if I use it, am I going to have to do pop dots behind it or raise it up somehow? I think I would, because if you look at it like this part just blends in too much. So I think maybe I'll try that, not go with these other two that I found. Go with the totally you and, kind of wing it. So not Degas style, but for me, maybe it'll work. I have the this is applied, and now I'm getting ready to do the totally you part. And I did cut off the end of that arrow. I didn't like the look. I didn't think it fit with the style of the page, but I do have that on there now. And then I'm going to do my foam dots. And what I did was I cut some in half so that they'd be thinner to fit that. So I'm going to apply those, and then I'll get that other phrase on there. Here's the card now that I have the raised label, phrase label on there, and I love it. You can see right there that I had to use 3 foam dots, which is fine, but I love not only that the phrase works, but that it's a little bit raised up. It makes a nice 3D element, especially with this sparkle by it, so I'm very pleased with that. And when I had looked through my other stuff for items I could use, I had found this and laid it out on this card. I'm not 100% sold that I want to use that. It's very pink and I've already got pink. I like the saying, I followed my heart, because, you know, I love me some Degas, but I'm just not sure it's appropriate or that it's going to work with this. So I'm still on the hunt to find other things. So I've pulled out more phrases. The ones I had over there were just kind of general type things. These are a different package I've put together. So I'm going to see if there's something in there that maybe I can use on this card or any of these photos that might go with the theme. I found a new phrase label that I want to use. And here it is. It says taking chances, which is exactly what he did. When the Impressionists were first doing their work, they were not well received. They were very much taking chances. They went against the establishment. Didn't go so well for them at first. But as we know, they're all famous now. So it worked out. And I love the fact that it says that, and this is that turquoise teal color. Now, this is purple, which like I have nowhere, but I'm willing to run with it. And I think I will also, when I attach it, do some black outlining around it to bring in this black, and then there's black over here as well. This is kind of black and gray or sepia tone over here. So I think I can pull it off if I give it that outlining. And I may do just an outlining here too to separate the pattern from the solid white. But we'll start with that and see how it goes. I did the outlining here and I like the way that looks. I did not do a line here for now. I may still add it in, but for now, I like how it looks without it. It's a little bit more subtle. But when I see this, I feel like I have a partial triangle here. I have these two. This has a pink background. It has something over here. This is pink background. It has something here. Over here. I have no pink, really. I mean, a little bit right here, but nothing extra that brings that out. And I feel like I need some kind of element somewhere on this particular photo to work with that triangle. So finding something that's going to work for that is my next task. I have found some more elements. I found this one that says Be You, and it goes with the pink thing. It's a little bit lighter than these, but I think it'll be okay. And I'm thinking somewhere over here. I don't want to cover up this bottom part because he's done beautiful work here on her dress, so I think it'll be more the top. And then I found this that says Never Stop Looking Up. And I think I'm actually going to cut it so that it just says Never Stop. So then it'll be You, Never Stop, and it'll bring in some of that black and pink, and it'll balance all of this out in a nice way, I think. So I'm going to try it and just cross my fingers that it looks good when it's done. Here is the card once I adhered everything. So I did the Be You just as I thought, and then I did Never Stop right underneath it. All I did was put a mini staple in here, and I think it adds just enough variety so it catches the eye. So I'm done with that one. I'm going to leave that alone. And now when I was looking at this together, I really don't think I want to put anything on these 3 photos. I want them to stand out as they are. It was an art exhibit, so I want the art to be the attention getter. So I think I'm going to leave those as they are. This one, however, though, I think I am going to put a thin black line there. And then I may, not sure yet, but I may use a rhinestone in this turquoise teal color right along here or something, just to bring in more of that color. But I'm going to do the line first, see how I feel about it, and then I will decide on the rhinestones. I did the line there. Didn't put the rhinestone on yet, but I have it here. So if I placed it on there, that's what it would look like. I think I'd place it right about there, and then I would just do a little bit of journaling down here. And I think when you look at it as a whole, it works. It brings in a little bit more of that bling to offset the bling that's on this side. And I think it's okay. I think it'll function well that way. So I am going to use a glue dot to put that on, and then hopefully this one will be done. I put everything behind the page protectors once I had the rhinestone adhered. So here is the left side. Here's a closer up look at the right side. So I have to say, I really love this one. My Degas in pink is done. Thanks for watching, everybody.